My two hats right now. I've only had this one kind of a short time, and it kind of looks. I don't know if you have to iron it, but it sort of looks worn already. This one I've had probably 2 years, and it looks very worn. I probably should think of buying a new one sometime, but I usually wait until it's so worn that I can't stand it anymore. Is when I start to think about buying new caps, because caps are just caps. I mean, you just wear them outside, and so until it starts to really showing some wear, I generally am happy to keep them because I don't know. You just put them on your head and you walk outside, and as long as it's got a darkish color, looks kind of casual. I don't think even it going a light gray like it is now is really a terrible thing. I mean, it's just for convenience as sun protection. This one I got because it's so hot and I needed something to shade my chest. Otherwise, my ears and my neckline was getting very impacted by the sun. I was having to put sun cream on my ears and everything, and I was like, darn, I haven't needed to wear a wide brim, like desperately needed to wear a wide brim hat for ages. And so I had to sort of remind myself the advantages of a wide brim is that it shades your upper body, especially around your chest area when you've got a nice wide brim like this. So, and I chose this over a straw hat because I just like material hats better. Straw hats I sort of get sick of sometimes, even though I've generally had many, many kinds of straw hats in the past. But I just like material hats more. I think they're more durable. You can just chuck them around. If you sit on them, they won't break, and etc. etc. So I said, after I found this hat, I said, I think this has a pretty wide brim, so I think it's pretty safe to get this kind of hat. Um, it's actually called a bucket hat because it has a buckety look or something. So it has this curved bit up here, and then this sort of slants over your head too. It's not generally a stiff hat. You can curl it up if you like, or you can put it down all the way, but it's really good for sun protectant. And so I usually just have a cap, but this year I said, oh my gosh, that sun is so hot. I desperately need something like this just for protectant. I used to do that a lot on the Gold Coast when I was younger. I used to sometimes during some seasons it got so hot that you desperately had to buy something kind of shady to shade yourself. Um, so that's the only other place I can think of where I desperately needed a wide brim hat. But usually I just wear caps, and I'm like, caps are good enough. They shade my face. But this year, no way. This year I had to just get that wide brim hat so that I can shade my neckline and my chest and also my ears. And that's good sun protectant. Won't get sunburn or sun cancer if I do that. So I'm being a dad and wearing the strange hat. The dog came up to the screen because they noticed me walking in front of the front porch today, and they made a little like that was their version of a bark, I'm sure. They seemed very alert and excited, and I think it's because they didn't quite recognize me with this hat on. I thought they might have mistook me for possibly being someone else, but then I talked to them and they lost interest and walked away from the door. But for a second there, they were very intrigued by this new person by the front door. But I think they're just being fooled because I'm wearing my new hat more often, and they probably don't recognize me when I wear it. But yeah, if anyone in the world is suffering really strong heat this year, recommendation, get a wide brim hat, any kind, and that will give you a lot of protection. It really is a big saver, and it's healthy as well. It's like eating your greens, but you know, it's healthy for your skin.